Look out, YouTube. Facebook is coming. For the first time ever, the social media site will offer video creators such as Fox Sports, the NBA, a revenue split from ads sold alongside the videos. Justin Esgar is with me now. He is the author of Appitalize on Your Idea. Peter Shankman with me now, author as well, CEO of The Geek Factory. What do you make of Facebook's pitch here, gentlemen? The idea here is share your content with us and we'll give you some money. Justin, will it work?
Yeah, it will work, but they're going to try to take on YouTube. And one of the big things is that they're only allowing specific content creators. As you mentioned, the NBA, Fox Sports.
So they picked partners in advance.
Right. And whereas YouTube still allows people to come up with their own stuff. So many comedians have come across from YouTube, and they're making money on that. So until really they can get that market too, it's going to be tough.
Which is a blessing and a curse, right? Because one of the complaints about YouTube is that it has everything.
Right. Well, that's the thing. There is a lot of content on YouTube, and this isn't really a content play for the consumer on Facebook. This is a content play for media companies that are already creating content. It gives them another way to create it where they can generate a few more bucks. But this isn't like you and I aren't going to create a funny little video and then get, $10 for each 100 views or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so Facebook, we know, wants to be our home screen, everybody's home screen on the PC, also on the mobile phone. So do you think YouTube, Google's YouTube, is going to come back and say, you know what, like that revenue split, which was meant to entice content creators, we'll give you better terms now that Facebook's here? Or do you think we're years away from that?
I think we're pretty far off from that. Facebook is first doing video in a separate feed. And even at the town hall, Zuckerberg said, first it was text, then it was photos, now it's video. This is the first step in many, and I think YouTube doesn't have to worry about it just yet, but they should be planning for something in the future.
Exactly. I mean, you're not looking at ruby slippers here that are going to, click 3 times and change everything, but you are definitely talking about the concept where Facebook knows that video is important, and they've been dumping a lot of money into building it.
And also with these sort of trusted filters, oh, you watch this, take a look at that, and they have all this information. Also, Facebook in talks with music labels, and nobody really seems to have more information as to why. What is your take on that, Justin?
Between the music thing and the video thing, I think Facebook is going to, like what you said, they're trying to become dominant and be the one place for you to go to, where you can go and you can get your social feed, and you can get your videos, and you can get your music. And the one thing,
your news.
And your news. And the one thing that they're going to do better than, let's say, Apple, who is the dominant right now, is the social media part. Right. Of music, because everybody knows that Apple's ping failed.
That being said, though, my taste in music is so 80s that I don't really want people knowing that I'm listening to Duran Duran or whatever. But I mean, they're doing everything. They want to play dominant in all the different categories, as Justin said. And I think that the bigger picture also is that what are you doing while you're on Facebook? You probably have some music playing in the background.
Yeah.
You probably have Spotify, so why shouldn't it be Facebook?
I like this shameless. As long as you say it's my workout music, then that seems
always,
to cover a lot.
Always, yeah.
It's like these
99 Red Balloons is great to run to.
These pants are very popular in France.
I only listen to dubstep in the privacy of my own home.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Speaking of which, Rihanna, she is queen of the music scene if you judge by singles sold.
Right.
Is that a surprise to you? Doesn't look like it.
I mean, Rihanna's not really my taste in music, but I mean, more power to her. And I know that she's played a lot, and it totally makes sense.
I think what's interesting, too, about Rihanna is you notice that she's not getting, the Super Bowl. There's just that edgy quality about her that keeps her out of the Super Bowl.
I watched the video that they launched on YouTube, and I went, wow, so YouTube's allowing nudity now. Okay, good to know that.
Yeah, she pushes.
And saw that, and then what's the title of the song? Bitch Have My Money or something like that. Yeah. I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about that online. So it's definitely, she knows what she is, and she doesn't make any excuses, and she doesn't try to hide it.
And, of course, she's in good company there on these social certifications there, along with Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. So speaking of music, Apple removing home sharing from its music app. I know you're incensed.
So angry about that.
Yeah, it just seems like, wait a minute, how much more can the stock be worth?
I can go into my wife's music, I can go into my friend's music. The best part was when you were at a hotel Wi-Fi, you could use anyone on that Wi-Fi's networks, Apple, iTunes, and listen to 1,000 different songs.
So Peter only books next to other Duran Duran fans, but there you go. What is your take? Are they just trying to squeeze more money out of us?
No, well, with the new Apple Music that just got launched yesterday or Tuesday, they're trying to get people in that direction. That being said, in the betas for this software, the home sharing wasn't actually removed. It just says currently unavailable. So there's a thought that it even may come back.
Yeah, but if you can't use it,
they're keeping it off because of the Apple Music. That's not.
They're pushing it to Apple Music, though. Yeah,
it's not coming back.
All right, so just try to reroute us all. Speaking of Apple, new Steve Jobs movie. I've seen some pretty funny. First of all, Steve Wozniak was like, "Well, it's not really accurate, but it's okay. It was still entertaining." I don't know if either of you have seen trailers, but also Fassbender looks nothing like Steve Jobs.
I don't know who this guy is. Totally not even close.
Right?
Yeah,
Are you going to see it?
I will see it. I mean, look, it's a movie for movie's sake. and they want to get people in the seat. They want you to pay the 25 cents extra for a larger popcorn. That's really what it is.
But apparently, from a PR perspective, it's pretty much Apple's worst nightmare.
Yeah, it's not going to be
It comes
pretty.
across as a really, it was like they took all the harsh qualities.
They
and
took basically the bad stuff from the biography, you know, and the fact of the matter is that as brilliant as Jobs was, there are a lot of stories out there that say he wasn't really a really nice guy.
Right.
You know, and it was much more about business, and they sort of capitalized on this film.
Okay, and I guess, you know, the script written by Aaron Sorkin, who is
Right.
known to be pretty edgy based on Walter Isaacson's biography. Okay, hold those thoughts. We are going to continue the conversation. Justin Esgar and Peter Shankman back with me in just a few moments. Also, Elon Musk, so afraid of robots destroying the human race, he has forked over millions to try to make sure that doesn't happen. We'll tell you exactly what he is doing with the money. Plus, if you forget a family member's phone number, you may be suffering from digital amnesia. We'll give you some surprising stats when we come back. Developing artificial intelligence brings up numerous ethical questions about warfare, other parts of modern life, and billionaire founder Elon Musk is donating $10 million to several research projects to make sure projects are not, quote, summoning the demon. We are back right now with Justin Esgar and Peter Shankman. So Musk distrusts artificial intelligence so much that he is investing so that basically robots don't overrun humans. Is he right or is he paranoid?
So a couple of days ago, there was a story about a Volkswagen plant where a machine killed a person.
Yeah.
And the person who monitors plant safety in Germany is actually named Sarah Connor. As in Terminator, Sarah Connor. So she tweeted this out, and all of a sudden she gets thousands of retweets.
If nobody had died, that would be.
But you know, it's a horrible story. But I don't necessarily think that we have to sit there and welcome our new robot overlords anytime soon.
To quote The Simpsons.
To quote The Simpsons,
All right.
right?
I mean, look, we've all seen the movies, and everyone thinks AI is the way we're going, and Elon has a good look on it and say, like, look, we've seen what happens in the movies. They're gonna take over. Let's just be a little smarter about it, and maybe not program in like kill codes or something.
And that being said, Skynet was supposed to come active over 18 years ago, so it's running late. So I'm not too worried that we're going to step outside and it's not going to be an iRobot
There
situation.
have been, though, other comments that more or less back him up, right? You have Bill Gates who made a comment, I don't know, more than a decade ago saying, we're all just going to be carbon-based pets.
If it's going to be
We're around for
anything, it's going to be nanotech, because the you take a nanotech that gets to self-reproduce, put it inside your body to cure cancer. But if it's self-reproducing, one line of code goes wrong, all of a sudden you're half man, half nanotech machine, and you're going and killing people. So that's a problem.
Right, so maybe Elon Musk does have a point.
I mean, it's really about, it's also about the programmers, right? Like, you need to think about who's actually writing the code for these things. If you have a person who's hateful and wants to kill everyone, done.
Right, and it's not exactly like you're going to be able to interview that person
exactly
before you have
and that's the
ship
what have you done scene of the movie, and and everything comes alive. Yeah.
Right, but it does bring up these larger ethical questions, which I know already. I remember when a sheep was cloned, right?
Dolly.
Yeah, exactly. But that was a big, if you can clone sheep.
But she was cute, so no one really mattered. You know, we weren't that concerned.
Peter's like, all right,
she was going to kill us all.
sweaters, moving on. Okay. What about, speaking of technology, Americans suffering from digital amnesia? Okay, so how many, when you were 10 years old, how many phone numbers did you know?
All of them.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah,
one.
I hate to say this on air, but I don't remember my wife's cell phone number.
Okay,
because it's right there on my phone.
We're going to shut you down for your own benefit.
You have a good fourth weekend there, buddy.
Great long weekend to you, Justin. Peter, what about you?
It's true. I mean, I remember my friend Kim's phone number from second grade. But everything now is computerized, and the worst part is it's not only phones. It's the concept of what did I do last week.
Right.
If you're programming, I checked in on Facebook. If I have to go back and see what I did last week or look at my Google Calendar, that's an issue.
Yeah, if you have to look in your Google Calendar to find out.
I mean, the other part is that we no longer have to remember anything at all, right? Because if you go, what's the capital of whatever state? I could just take out my phone and Google it and know it within a second. And that time, like between not knowing and knowing, it's gone.
I think what kills me about the most is that we have all that information, global resources of information, and what do we do with it? We look at pictures of cats.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, what does that tell about us as a society?
I had a little test though this weekend. I had to drive back for whatever reason. My mapping app wasn't working. I had to actually listen to somebody give me directions, remember, and then follow them. I was like, wow, this is really hard.
It takes you back, right?
Turning left, turning left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The struggle. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for the conversation. Enjoy the long weekend. Even with that
I have an extra bedroom if you need it.
dodgy phone number thing. Justin Esgar joining me there. Peter Shankman as well. When we come back, one pod.